What up? Another camera nerd video. This one's about the rig. It's the rig that's recording this right now, and it was pretty easy to build. It was fairly cheap for what you get. Uses a Canon 5D Mark II, and I got some video I'll show you guys about it. Alright, so this rig started out as a 5D Mark II. That's a 24 through 70 L series lens on a 2.8. The rig's got some pretty standard stuff: microphone, monitor. It's got an HDMI splitter on it for 2 video outs. Follow focus, matte box. The monitor has this magic arm on it. They go for about $25 on eBay, and the thing's priceless. You can position a monitor in pretty much any way you need to. The camera itself is not inhibited in any way. You can still get to all the buttons, change your settings, get to your memory card and your battery really easily. The HDMI splitter is another piece that I wanted to go so I could set up a small video village with an external monitor, as well as have the camera operator be able to see the monitor. So we took it outside. Here's a little bit of just kind of general use. It is a shoulder rig, but it's got a top handle for low modes and for shooting straight up. It's a tough little rig. It's not bad. It's all aluminum. It's all sturdy when it's put together. Nothing falls off it. You don't have to worry. You can operate the rig at any angle, and the base plate allows you to just use a regular tripod when you're not actually handling it. The monitor is pretty good and sharp, although this is a cheaper monitor, so when you're actually recording, it's a little bit stretched. But let's take a look at some video. I gave John there my 60D with a 28mm, and that's just handheld. Yes, you can see my GoPros on the top of that. I was just kind of being a jerk with it. I wasn't going to run it like that, but I guess you could. So here's a reverse shot of that. There's the stabilized shot. It's a lot smoother, but you can really see it in the side-by-side here. This is just a continuation on of that shot, and I'm actually moving backwards there with checking my footing behind me, and I'm still able to hold a pretty stable frame. And John's walking forward, looking straight down at his camera the whole time, and he's shaking around a little bit. Now, granted, his 28mm is going to be pushed into like 50-ish because he's on a crop frame camera, but it's still a night and day difference with just a shoulder rig. You don't even need a steady cam to get really stable. This is low mode here. This is holding the top handle, and I wanted to show this in full, because this is pretty good and smooth. It's nice to follow people like this. Sometimes it's really good for skate videos. This is the reverse of that. This is what the 60D was seeing. And again, granted, it's cropped in a lot, but it's still a night and day difference in stabilization. I wanted to highlight the focus. It's pretty quick to focus. It's easy to use once you learn it and kind of learn your focal distances, and it's really handy to go back and forth, especially when you're at a low f-stop and you want to really highlight your subject as opposed to the background. So really handy to have. This whole rig was probably around $1,000 for all the parts. That's including the microphone, the monitor, the 2 C brackets. This is not including the price of the camera and lens. It's a totally different thing, but the matte box, everything like that, all the rails, all the handles, all together, you can probably estimate it to be around $1,000. But the power of the rig is really, it's a really handy rig. It's not just more stable, but it's a really functional camera. It definitely adds an element of professionalism to your shoots. And it's just the way it goes. If you're going to use big professional cameras, they're going to be covered in gear like this. That's just the way it goes. The camera is just central to a larger system. Being able to have a video assist kind of setup is really good for larger productions that aren't so large that you're using something like an Airflex or a Red or something like that. You can put this camera together for about $3,500, and you can have it. You can be doing HD footage that's good enough for film festivals, things like that. There are television shows that are shot on this. If you're doing TV, this kind of rig is ridiculously handy. It's probably the most versatile thing you'll carry around if you're doing anything that's going to be web or TV based. If you're looking to shoot something for cinema, then you're probably going to want to look into a higher resolution camera. But if you're going to do it with a 5D, there's no better way to maximize versatility while still being able to keep the price down.